If you've been on TikTok, if you haven't been on social media lately, you've probably heard of the term Disney adult. And if you haven't heard of Disney adult, I'm gonna explain it. Disney adults is the person who is an avid, passionate fan of anything Walt Disney when it comes to his films, its history, its attractions, its characters. Grown men who are just obsessed with the Disney IP, and women.
Mostly women. Nah, it's a lot of niggas too. That shit bad.
So now we've bumped into a lot of situations through social media where these adults just don't know how to act in these attractions when they are exposed to these characters, and most specifically the mascots under them. Because we got a story today about a woman who was harassing, and I mean harassing, a Peter Pan, man. It was honestly insane. So today we're going to be reacting to TikTok's weirdest Disney adult, Peter Pan Obsessed by Liminal's Archive, in which she talks about this one specific situation where this lady would not leave Peter Pan alone. But real quick, if you're new to this channel and you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We are also live on Twitch right now. And with that being said, let's get straight into the video.
For almost a decade, one Disney fan has been going back to the parks for the same reason: Peter Pan. And not just meeting him once, not just taking a picture and leaving, but she has been filming long interactions with different Peter Pan performers since around 2017, and some of the older videos are honestly more awkward than the ones going viral right now. And if you've been on TikTok lately, you've most likely seen the account BabyTony99 obsessed with Peter Pan, and honestly, it is a rabbit hole. And from what I can tell and a lot of other people, this obsession did not start recently. She seems to have started posting Peter Pan interactions when maybe she was around 18 or 19, and now years later, she's still doing the same thing. And the performers change, of course, the videos are newer, but the pattern stays exactly the same. She finds Peter, she starts talking to him, and she keeps the camera rolling for a little bit too long. There are older videos where one particular Peter Pan performer seems noticeably less interested in interacting with her. Mind you, she goes to Disneyland almost every week. In the videos, he gives shorter responses, he moves away, he focuses on other guests, he literally avoids her hug.
Hey, it's some people out here need a real life wake up. You don't need to go to Disney that often. Even when you got kids, Disney is like a maybe once or twice in a lifetime thing. Folks going to Disney World every other week. You know how expensive Disney World is? Them folks talking about like $50 for some pizza. Bro, like it's real life. It's people going broke because they love going to Disney World. Like, I don't know if you've done seen it, T. People are like $80,000 in debt, and they still like, yeah, we're going to Disney World next week. Whole time the kids be like almost infants, 4 months and like 9 months years old. Their kid won't even remember going to Disney World. You're going to Disney World because you're obsessed. The nostalgia. I understand you have favorite characters from Disney, but bruh, is it worth going in debt for the rest of your life? Is Disney World that worth it? I understand. It's amazing. Like, it looks amazing, but it's not worth going in debt, bro. Like, wake up, please.
It's a sad situation, man. Like, going to Disney World every week, and especially going every week and harassing the same person, the same script, going up to the same character. It doesn't even matter if it was the same employee, the same character, and treating them like that and like just obsessing over them as if you were a child talking to your favorite celebrity is kind of cuckoo.
There are moments where it genuinely looks like he's trying to avoid getting pulled into another long conversation. Now, of course, I know we can't know what the performer is privately thinking, but there's a difference between inventing body language theories and literally watching someone repeatedly trying to move on while the interaction keeps restarting. And this is where the older footage matters, because if this only happened once, I know, you can easily say, oh, Peter Pan was just busy, you know, he wasn't trying to avoid her, he was just, you know, overwhelmed or having a bad day, whatever. But then, as you watch videos across different years and different performers, you start seeing the same basic situation happen over and over again. And that brings me to the most recent video that's really going viral right now, and it's nearly 5 minutes long.
What? Whoa! Where did you get this?
I made it.
No, you didn't.
I made it.
This is really nice.
Thanks.
What am I supposed to do with it?
I want to take a picture of you with it.
Okay.
You guys look just like each other. If you weren't
Hey!
well, can I get it on video that I gave it to you?
Oh boy. Whoa, it's just like you.
It looks like you.
Oh yeah. This is great. What am I supposed to do with it? Okay. Let's find something different then. I just want to do the same gift to me at once. What else do you like besides these? Ducks.
Welcome, T. That's a duck? That's not a duck.
What is it? What do you think it is? It's a chip. So you lied to me.
I'm a dog. I made you a dog. I'm sorry.
That's have next. This is a chick.
Okay, quack, quack.
Now it's
Hey, time out. Hey, cuz over. Hey, cuz is so mad right now, bro. And it's really because she a grown adult acting like this, bro. Like he tried to be nice, he tried to stay in character, but Buddy face saying, "Oh, bro," he like, "Bro, this girl crazy. This girl is insane." I think she like goes to sleep and she's dreams she's a part of Disney. Like I think, like actually, like the way she acting, bro.
I don't even think it's Disney specifically. I think she goes to sleep and dreams of Neverland, bro. Like specifically, like dreaming of waking up as a lost boy, flying around with Peter Pan, and going through Captain Hook. I think that's specifically what she goes. And I think it's because it has to be some sort of deep-rooted desire in what Peter Pan represents. And that's the ability to not grow up. And we can see it based on her behavior, how she's acting, how she's moving. This is a person who is trying so hard to hold on to every piece of their childlike one. The problem is you're making an inconvenience on others. Like, this is Disney World, and I would understand if this was a one-time incident. Apparently, you've been coming here week after week to bother a Peter Pan employee. That is not okay. And she can get away with it, obviously, because what is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to say, "Ma'am, get out the way"? No, he's fired. I know Disney actors get paid a good amount of money. That's not a good job to be losing. He can't. If she doesn't want to leave him alone, she doesn't have to. And nobody's going to step in and stop her. And that's the scary part about it. Look how far they've gotten.
Bro.
And she's still there.
It's in my pocket.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm prizes. I won mine.
And I will see you next week, right?
Cross my heart as a lost boy.
Next week.
Right.
Sounds great.
Oh, she really living this life.
We love you.
I know.
5 minutes doesn't sound crazy, but this girl is literally talking and chasing Peter Pan around for that amount of time. And at first, Peter is completely normal. You know, in the video, she's giving him like a chicken she made or whatever that's supposed to represent Peter Pan, and he jokes with her, he stays in character, all is well. You know, nothing weird. The interaction keeps going and going and going, and his energy starts changing, and his answers get shorter, and he's literally like trying to avoid them now. He begins walking, and he goes to Alice and the Mad Hatter, and he starts interacting with them, but she still won't leave them alone. You know, at this point, a lot of people would understand, okay, you know, this is the point where the conversation needs to keep wrapping up, except it doesn't wrap up. She follows him, and that's probably the moment where most people watching the video stop seeing Peter Pan and start seeing the employee, because I feel bad for him.
Yeah, man, because imagine this guy having to work 40-hour work weeks. He has to come and be Peter Pan, even if it's not anything near his actual personality. He has to put on a smile and put up appearance. Because I ain't gonna lie, if you work at Disney, that's a requirement. They catch you not smiling, you're fired. That is a like actual literal requirement to work at Disney.
A real strict program.
So if you are this guy and you have to keep up appearances for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week in this Peter Pan costume, whether it's cold outside, hot outside, and you have to do this, and every week, guaranteed, for how many ever long periods of time, this woman and her friend are gonna come up and record you and act like if you're actual Peter Pan, and not give the fact that, hey, this is an actual person with a life outside of Disneyland, any type of grounds or any type of merit, because to you, you are just Peter Pan to her. You are not an employee. You are not a person with a life. You are the kid that never grows up and can fly with fucking pixie dust. And that's so sad. And it's so sad.
Because he can't really tell her to leave him alone, you know? He would get fired. So if he wants to end the interaction, he has to do it while still acting like Peter. But like I said, there's been a few moments where it looks like he slipped up. And this creates an incredibly awkward situation where he's trying to move somewhere else, but also he's trying to stay cheerful while she keeps filming. So what exactly does Peter Pan represent to her to make her act this way? Well, the thing that keeps me writing this off as just, oh, a Disney adult fan being weird, is how long Peter Pan actually mattered to her. Because, you know, as you can tell, she started this weird obsession around 18 or 19 years old. And she's still going back years later. And then Peter Pan is not just a character she likes, he seems to represent something, and I bet you can guess the answer. Childhood. Peter Pan is literally the character who never grows up. That is the entire point of him. Never getting older, never fully leaving childhood behind. And when you look how baby Tony talks about him, how often she goes back.
10 years ago, I met my lost boy for the first time at Disney. Little did I know how much he would change my life for the better. Thank you, Peter, for every magical moment you created and all those to come. All those to come is crazy foreshadowing. You will forever be my favorite Disney character. Here's to never growing up.
This is insane.
This is low-key a sickness.
This is borderline, like, there's no, like, job that literally could sustain you going to Disney World every single week. Like, you have to be in some type of debt doing it. Like, this isn't normal. At some point in time, you have to let go of the Peter Pan. You gotta be an adult. We grow up. It's not this real life, bro. This is very annoying. I understand, like, Peter Pan and all that, like, but, like, you don't even got no kids. You come to Disney World for what? Like, why are you constantly going to Disney World? To harass Peter Pan every week, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Cuz better than me, bro.
What that mean?
I just say he better than me.
Okay.
I would've cussed her out. I would've lost my job, bro.
And how much emotion she puts into these interactions, it starts feeling less like she's chasing a specific performer and more like she's chasing the feeling. Because as you can tell throughout the years, different performers, but she still treats them exactly the same with this weird obsession. This suggests, I feel like, that attachment is not related to one individual man playing Peter Pan. It is the role itself, the costume, the voice, the character, the ritual of going back and having the same interaction over and over again. A lot of people are speculating that maybe she may have some challenges going on with her. I get that. People build emotional attachments to fictional characters all the time. Some people do it with books, some do it with anime. Some have a harder time realizing this. The bigger issue here honestly isn't even baby Tony. It's that Disney has had this problem for years. Adults getting weirdly attached to face characters and following them around and filming them way too long, trying to create a recurring relationship with specific performers, and then posting those interactions online like they're episodes in a series. It's just so weird. Disney adults are just weird. Like, find the hidden Mickey elsewhere outside the theme park. Disney fan forums were even talking about this kind of thing way before TikTok. There are old discussions going back more than a decade about groups of adult fans repeatedly showing up for characters like Peter Pan, the Mad Hatter, and following the same performers, and sometimes becoming way too invested. And there's one Reddit post where someone under Disneyland Reddit talked about an older fandom where an adult woman followed the Mad Hatter, Alice, and Wendy, and Peter Pan around the park and filmed.
I'm absolutely shocked that Disney continues to allow this. Years ago, a woman who worked inside the parks as an artist wrote/drew Mad Hatter fiction and had nicknames for all of the friends. This resulted in a pack of adult women following Hatter, Wendy, and Peter around the parks to film them and try to get them to say things that fit within their fandom. They hated normal interactions with guests that prevented. I remember the actual scandal that occurred when this pack started repeatedly, and of course without permission, filming Hatter with a Make-A-Wish kid and making up stories about her adventures with the Hatter character. There's currently a woman who is actively stalking the Casey's Corner piano. She sits there for hours raising money based on requesting songs. She actively blocks other guests from her preferred spot. She's actively and frequently films children in the area. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this is beyond Peter Pan. This is beyond Mad Hatter. This is beyond Disney. This is something rooted in, I don't even know what to call it. Like, this is deeply rooted in just some people's, like, cores.
Yeah, I think to me, it's when certain people, some people when you're younger, like, you don't have a lot. So, like, you tend to do what you like for fun, and what you do for fun, you start watching cartoons and those cartoonish movies. And some people really get attached to these certain cartoon movies or these fictional characters so much that when they finally get successful, they go do the things they never got to do in life, which was to go to Disneyland. And when they get to Disneyland, they go specifically to see that character. Not, they can have kids and all, but they're not worried about that when they get there. They're going to see that character that made them feel all warm and fuzzy inside when they were a little kid. And there's nothing wrong with that for that first time. But constantly going back and back and back again to do the same exact thing, to talk to the same exact character. Like, we have, at some point in time, you actually got to be an adult, bro. Like, this is just pure childish.
Yeah, and I think it goes super beyond, because this is another case of parasocial behavior. The only difference is, instead of it being some sort of celebrity, it's a fictional character. Which is why I agreed when she said people do this all the time. Because This just seems a little out of hand because you can pay to go into Disneyland and pay to be around these people and they aren't really secure. You can interact with them and they have to interact back. It's within their policy, it's within their rule. And I think it's more egregious here because they can get away with it. A lot of people with their favorite things, if they could interact with them like this, they would do it. If a person could interact with their favorite rapper like this, they wouldn't hesitate. If they could interact with their favorite football player like this, they wouldn't hesitate. It's just that those people aren't accessible. Those people have security. They have means. There's no realistic way of getting to them. But with these fictional characters who have these theme parks, it's oh so easy. All you got to do is pay. So we're seeing these situations where these people are just living out these fantasies and forgetting that this person isn't really Peter Pan. This person isn't really the Mad Hatter. This person really isn't Alice, and this isn't Wonderland. This isn't an actual fantasy world. This is Florida. This is California, or wherever your Disneyland is. So I think this is a real problem that I don't even know.
Them constantly and gave them performer nicknames and tried to make the normal park interactions fit into their own fan-created storylines, and that is just wrong. And sometimes now, because of how weird the fans act towards these characters, they sometimes have to fire them from Disney, because Disney has to keep up with a certain persona. And I know Disney adult has become basically an insult online, but liking Disneyland at 27 is not inherently stranger than somebody spending thousands of dollars following their favorite football team. But the issue is when Disney experiences require a real employee to participate in your personal fantasy. And obviously, no Disneyland employee has stepped in and confronted her about this Peter Pan obsession, but honestly they should, because a face character has one of the weirdest customer service jobs imaginable. I mean, imagine having the worst day ever and this 27-year-old is following you around and you're just so like done with it. You're like, oh my gosh, lady, please leave me alone. Disney has put enormous emphasis on keeping characters consistent and preserving the performers. Performers are trained to maintain the character identity rather than publicly separating themselves from the role. So when performers are already in an awkward position, if Peter is nice to you, you might interpret that as a special bond. So why doesn't Disney do anything? Well, from the outside you see years of videos and think surely Disney people notice this. Maybe they have. I think performers have people actually following them around to make sure they're playing their character well, but
Yeah,
I think specifically because it doesn't fully violate any rules, Disney kind of stays out of it. So at the end of the day, I don't think the weird part is that an adult still loves Peter Pan.
We know the real reason Disney don't give a damn. Because the kids don't got the money, the adults do. The adults got the money and they keep coming back. So why would we stop our money?
Right. If this person is coming back every week, hey, spending money on our food, our attractions, getting on our rides, and all day, hey, you're the reason they keep coming back. Hey, bro, you might have to take this on the chin, brother. Peter Pan, bro. Hey, man. Hey, they coming back every week. They're our number one customer.
Hey, they gonna grab, hey, they gonna put the hand on the shoulder. Hey, brother, you just gotta thug it out. You be alright.
You be alright, man. You tough, ain't it?
You be alright.
You tough, ain't it? You
niggas get shot every day, B. You be alright. You be alright.
Nah, bro, this is sad, bro. And we know they not gonna do nothing about it. We know they not gonna do it.
Nothing. Too much money coming through.
The outrage gotta be louder than the finance, like in order for something like that to happen. I don't think it ever will. I truly don't think it ever will, bro.
It's so crazy because the kids don't got no money. The adults do.
Yeah, bro. You know who this remind me of so badly? Will Kelly, bro.
Will Kelly, yeah.
Like, I can imagine Will Kelly in this exact situation. Like, can you imagine Will Kelly at Disneyland, bro?
He'd be doing whatever he wanted to, and can't nobody stop him.
Crazy, bro. Hey, y'all don't know who I'm talking about, bro. There's a video on the screen right now where we just go over Will Kelly. All of his crazy ass, bro. If you want to see that, just go ahead and click on the video right there. But if not, we will catch you in the next video. Peace.